Okay, so we're gonna carry on with the story now. To ensure peace in his new island city, Poseidon set down laws in stone on a pillar of the temple. Do you remember the word pillar? Pillar, we said that it is vertical, it is up front to support buildings. Okay, here it is supporting the temple. Chief among them was the commandment that no person should take up arms against another, with a terrible curse on anyone who disobeyed. Every 5 years, Atlas and the 9 princes gathered by night beside the pillar to judge their people according to Poseidon's laws. The people of Atlantis became wise, gentle, and great-spirited. They were sober and kind, as the ruler had always wanted them to be. So here also change the word to ruler. Above all, they lived in peace. So that Poseidon would make sure that the island would be in peace, that there wouldn't be any problems. He wrote the laws, or you can say the rules, on a stone, on a pillar. Okay, so on the pillar he wrote the rules, and the rules involve everything Poseidon wants the inhabitants, as we said, the people who are living, to obey with. Okay, so if anyone disobeyed, didn't follow the rules, there will be a punishment, a curse. Curse here means punishment. So here Atlas, okay, Atlas is, we said, the son of Poseidon, and the 9 princes gathered by night to judge their people. The people were wise, they were gentle, they were kind, they were good people. They were they followed what the ruler said. So when they did whatever Poseidon has written on the pillar, they lived in peace. So Atlantis prospered. Its splendid docks were thronged with ships and merchandise, and behind them a towering lighthouse lit the way for incoming boats bringing cargoes from other lands. The harbors hummed with trade. Bridges and an underground canal were built to connect the three circles of land around the mountain as the people grew ever richer. So Atlantis grew. Okay, there were docks. Docks here we mean that it's an area of water, and there are ships, and there is merchandise, there is trade, there's people selling things and buying, and became flourished. There is life here. We said first the land was lifeless, now there is life in this place. And the people became rich. They became having money. Poseidon, watching from the waves, was content. So Poseidon was satisfied, happy with what's happening, and went away to his home at the bottom of the sea, and went back to his home. Many years passed, and Poseidon lay sleeping at the bottom of the ocean. The people of Atlantis began to change. So over the years, when the years passed, Poseidon was sleeping at the bottom of the ocean, and the people in Atlantis began to change. So this means they're not kind anymore, they're not peaceful. Let's see what's happening. Slowly, very slowly, here replace the word with good. Good part of their souls faded, and their mortal human natures took over. So now the nature, their true nature became to take over. So they're no longer the kind, peaceful people. They started to argue, to fight. Gradually, they lost the gift of goodness. So first they were obeying the rules, now they're losing the good thing inside them and became infected with ambition and power. Greed filled the citizens' hearts. The streets of Atlantis, once safe, became dangerous as people began to steal, cheat, and lie. So now people became greedy. Usually, when there is a place that is rich with things and it is filled with good things, people will start to get greedy. They want more. So when bad traits or bad things start happening to people, they start doing bad things like stealing, cheating, lying, because they first became greedy, now they're doing other bad stuff, like they're stealing, they're cheating. One day, Zeus, the ruler who ruled, now I want you to cross out this sentence according to the law of the creator. Cross this out. Now, remember we said that in the beginning of the story that we have three brothers, Zeus, Poseidon, and Hades. They saw the city walls crumbling with neglect. So Zeus, the ruler, one of the rulers, saw that the city was crumbling with neglect, the empty temple, and worst of all, people fighting one another. He roared out his anger. So he shouted with anger because he saw that people are not obeying with the rules, they're not living in a peacefully, they're doing bad stuff. We said that they became greedy, they're cheating, they're stealing. So he started shouting out with anger. The sound of his fury, okay, here it has the same meaning as anger, woke Poseidon, rising to the surface of the waves. Now cross out this word, looked out over his once perfect kingdom. Now cross out see God and wept. Now he had no choice, he must carry out his terrible curse. Now now he has to start the punishment, okay, because people are not following with the rules.